5 teenage friends, Liam, Mia, Ethan, Ava, and Noah, decided to embark on an adventurous hiking trip into the rugged mountains. They had known each other for years, their bond forged through countless summers spent together. This trip was meant to be the adventure of a lifetime before they all went their separate ways for college. Excited by the thrill of being surrounded by nature and away from the pressures of daily life, they set off on a remote trail that had recently opened to the public. Little did they know, it would be a journey none of them could forget. The first few days were perfect. They laughed around the campfire, hiked under a canopy of towering trees, and marveled at the pristine wilderness that surrounded them. But on the 4th day, the weather began to change. Dark clouds rolled in, and the air grew heavy with the scent of rain. Despite the ominous signs, the group decided to press on, confident that they could handle anything nature threw their way. As night fell, the storm hit with a vengeance. Torrential rain began to fall, and the wind howled through the mountains. The group huddled together in their tent, hoping the storm would pass by morning. But when dawn broke, they realized the true danger they were in. The rain had caused a massive landslide, and the path they had taken up the mountain was buried under tons of rock and mud. They were trapped. Panic set in as they tried to find an alternate route, but the storm had made the terrain treacherous. The river near their campsite, once a peaceful stream, had swelled into a raging torrent. In their attempt to cross it, disaster struck. Ethan, the strongest swimmer of the group, was swept away by the current. Liam and Mia tried to pull him back, but the river's power was too great. They watched helplessly as he disappeared into the violent waters. Shaken but determined to survive, the remaining 4 pushed onward, searching for higher ground. Exhaustion and fear gnawed at them, but they kept moving. Then, tragedy struck again. An unexpected aftershock from the earlier landslide caused a rockfall. Ava, who had been walking at the front of the group, was struck by a falling boulder. Her friends rushed to her side, but it was too late. She was gone. Now only 3 remained, Liam, Mia, and Noah. They were emotionally shattered, but they couldn't afford to stop. The storm showed no signs of letting up, and they were running out of supplies. As night fell, they took refuge in a small cave, hoping for shelter from the unrelenting rain. But the storm wasn't done with them yet. Flash floods swept through the valley and water began pouring into the cave. Mia, in her panic, tried to climb to safety but slipped on the slick rocks and was washed away in the flood. Liam and Noah, now the only 2 left, were numb with grief and exhaustion. They stumbled through the forest, desperate for any sign of civilization. Days passed, and their bodies weakened from hunger and exposure. Finally, Noah collapsed, too weak to go on. Liam tried to carry him, but he was too weak himself. He stayed by his friend's side, holding Noah's hand as the life drained out of him. Liam was now the only one left. Barely able to stand, he wandered through the wilderness, unsure if he would ever make it out alive. But then, after what felt like an eternity, he stumbled upon a rescue team. They had been searching for the group after their families reported them missing. Liam was the sole survivor. He returned home, haunted by the memories of the friends he had lost. The mountains had claimed their lives, leaving him to carry the weight of their story. A journey that had begun as an adventure, but ended in unimaginable tragedy.